أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد والنعمة والملك والكبرياء لله الخالق سبحانه وتعالى عما يشركون. الحمد لله الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. الله واحد بالأعمال وكمال الصفات. إله حي، إله قيوم، إله عبدي، إله دهري، ليس كمثله شيء، وهو الذي قضى بقاه على نفسه وفناه على كل من خلق بيده القاهر. كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله إمام المتقين والمرسلين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على هذا النبي وعلى آله وصحابته وسلم تسليم. آمين. أما بعد، يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. عباد الله، يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى في محكم تنزيله: كل نفس ذائقة الموت وإنما توفون أجوركم يوم القيامة فمن زحزح عن النار وأدخل الجنة فقد فاز وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور. وفي حديث نبوي يقول رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في حديث عن قتادة عن أنس رضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: العبد
إذا وضع في قبره وتولي وذهب أصحابه حتى إنه ليسمع قرع نعاليه أتاه ملكان فأقعده ويقولان له ما كنت تقول في هذا الرجل محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم فيقول أشهد أنه عبد الله ورسوله فيقول انظر إلى مقعدك في النار أبدلك الله به مقاعد من الجنة. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فيراهما جميعا وأما الكافر أو المنافق فيقول لا أدري كنت أقول ما يقول الناس فيقول لا دريت ولا تليت ثم يضرب بمطرقة من حديد ضربة بين الأذنين فيصيح صيحة يسمعها من يليه إلا ثقلين. رواه البخاري. Dear servants of Allah, brothers and sisters in Islam, I seek refuge in Allah against shaitan the accursed, and I intend today to start today's khutbah in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. Allah is one without equal. Allah is one without beginning. Allah is one without point of termination. There is none that is equal to Allah. He needs no assistance. He needs no deputy. He is never tired. He never sleeps. He is a creator, and no one created him. I testify to the messengership of Maulana Mustafa Muhammad, the best of mankind, whom Allah has raised to guide mankind out of all darknesses of this world into the light of Allah and into the salvation. May the peace and salutations of Allah be showered upon his noble soul, the companions who stood with him, those who migrated from Mecca to Medina, the Ansar who welcomed him and accommodated him in Medina and supported the prophethood. And by extension, may Allah grant us his mercy in the company of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The theme of our khutbah today could be guessed by all, considering what before the community this week. We were bereaved by one of us in person of Professor Sheikh Ahmed Jumaat. May Allah be pleased with him. Therefore, the theme of discussion, each time we have such situation where we are bereaved, we always want to punctuate our discussions so that if we do not take lesson from life happenings, if we do not take lessons from issues that are documented that are being raised in our khutbah, let us also punctuate our life, our activities, and reflect over what death signifies. Death is inevitable. It is a passage to another destination. Every soul must pass through it. What one experiences along the passage is a function of one's preparations. The instructions of the journey along this platform is that when you start, you don't stop. When you are going, you don't turn back. You continue to go until the end of the road, which ends into either paradise or hellfire. Death is the starting point of the hereafter. Like birth is the gateway to this present life. What individual experience in this life is predestined, and man struggles to actualize it when he comes to this present life. What one will experience in the hereafter is the products of one's efforts and activities while in this present life, and that will terminate either in paradise or in hellfire. Obedient servants of Allah, brothers and sisters in Islam, Professor Sheikh Ahmed Jumaat, he came to this world like each and every one of us were born into the world. The record available to us was born on 28 February 1944, about 70 years ago. He died on 19/5/2014, making it a lifespan of 70 years plus few months. He attained both Islamic and Western education. Any average Ilorin indigene will go through Islamic education first and foremost. He was exposed to that, and he also learned the Western education. He had his Master of Education in Education Psychology in 1971, PhD in 1977, and is a man that understood a minimum of 4 languages: Arabic, he reads Arabic fluently, speaks English fluently, French, and Yoruba, among other languages. He has won several awards, and above all, he was given the award of OON. He attained the peak of his career as a professor in 1995. That's some 19 years ago. He became professor. He has held several positions. We are mentioning this so that we will see at the end of it all how many of these goes into the last abode with him. He held several positions. Among these positions are the head of Department of Education Psychology, 1994 to 1995. He was Dean Student Affairs, University of Unilorin, 2004-2008. He was Provost College of Education, Uro, 1985 to 1992. He was sole administrator, Para Poly, 1996-1997, among several assignments. He is retired, but still very, very active. Obedient servants of Allah, there is only one death, but multiple routes leading to it. A sudden death or death after a long protracted illness is the same as death. فَكَمْ مِنْ صَحِيحٍ مَاتَ مِنْ غَيْرِ عِلَّةٍ وَكَمْ مِنْ سَقِيمٍ عَاشَ حِينَ مِنَ الدَّهْرِ. Does not matter. He is on the sick bed, he is sick bedridden, he is having terminal illness, and a death like that of Professor Shehu Ahmad Jima, who died in active service, actively working out, driving himself. He has shades of activities on resolve. He wants to do that, to do tomorrow, to do next week. Even the inaugural lecture of yesterday, God tells me a message a little after his death. He replied him when he was invited, said, "Inshallah, I shall be there." And he was not to be there. He left home to return some few meters away from the house. Death came, and people are looking for what was the cause. Was it having a shock, heart attack, or heart arrest? Call it any name. When it comes, the common denomination is that everybody and all living beings will eventually die, like that portion we recited in the first part of the Qur'an. Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut, at the end of that verse. Now, he has gone, and he had gone forever. He's not coming back. Whatever the worldly acquisition, he has left that behind. And most of it, the honor, the certificate, the position he occupied, nobody among his family members can utilize it. Not even the PhD, not his profession, not even the position he's currently holding as a corporate, the chairman in the board. Nobody can hold this. And the moment we die like this, like that hadith we recited, we will read through the translation because of the time. For us to know that we have a great challenge, the moment the eyes closes, the moment the mouth shuts, the moment the heart stops beating and the grave is open, Allah is another thing entirely. It's not like you will tell me, please assist me. No assistance except what we have put forth. Allah told us that as we are living, He has given us two angels. Ma yalbisu min qawlin illa ladayhi raqibun atid. Two angels are guiding us. One is writing what is the good deeds, and the other one is writing the bad deeds. One on your right, writing the good, the one on the left is writing the bad. The moment the life ends, terminates, the two of them will roll up the good deed, the papers, the writings, they will fold it up, and they will only be waiting for the next moment. The next moment is like a race. When one gets to the grave, the moment they close the grave up, then they will hand over the baton. Like we read in that hadith. There are different versions of that hadith. This one is in Sahih Bukhari. There are other ones in other narrated by other compilers of hadiths. And the moment it is closed up, he said, shortly as you are closing it up, another two angels will enter. No matter how tiny the grave is, two other angels will enter. Their hearts will give space. They will find a space. And he will make the dead to sit. Tell the dead to sit. And he has Stephen. He cannot be rolled up. Just managing like that. Another kumpaya of Allah will just descend. Everything will soften out. And he will be asked to sit. And he will be seated. The angel that wrote all the bodies will hand over to another angel. We are told in the grave we have Nakir and Munkar. The two of them are there. One takes the good book, the other one takes the bad book, and one will be asked, now what book? It's not as simple as that. Yes, it is not. Look at the tutorial questions given to you in classes. You are given tutorial questions, and the teacher, the lecturer can come back and still say questions from tutorial questions, and some people will not stay passes. Why? It is not as good, it's not as easy as that, except you have practiced ahead of time, except you have made it part and parcel of you. That question is not easy to answer. All these questions will be asked. And for Muslims, we'll be able to say Allah is His Lord, and Islam is His deen, Muhammad is the messenger, and he is the prophet. In this chapter we read, they will bring the photograph, the picture of the prophet, and it will be shown. Who is this person? The person that you have not seen the Muhammad before. But that day, because you believe in him, you will recognize Muhammad. For those who denied him, what would they say? I heard people saying that he was a messenger sent. The angel will ask, did you believe in that? I only say what they said. And you didn't take any guidance from the book sent through him. And this Prophet Muhammad it's not fiction that he's just talking. He said one of the angels will just take a heavy hammer and blow his head between one ear to the other. And everything that is on earth will hear the sound except mankind and jinn. Because he will cry, he will shout, he will wail, but nobody human being, our ears are blocked to that. We can't hear. The sound will be so terrible the way it will be. If it's a Muslim that he has answered that, the Prophet told us instantly. In another tradition, he said, he will ask the angel, prepare a bed from paradise for him, clothe him with cloth from paradise, open the door to paradise for him, and from there, he will show him his abode in hell. He will see his abode in hell, and the angel will tell him, Allah has placed this your abode in hell with this place in paradise for you. And that's why he said, for every soul, human being and jinn, there are two places for us, one in paradise, one in hell. No accommodation in Tanke Okodo does not arise. Everybody will have enough and more than enough. One sufficient, spacious in paradise, another one spacious in hell. Therefore, what are you going to do to earn your place in paradise? And the Prophet told us, on the day of judgment, the excesses, your own place and my own place in hell, it will be bequeathed to the people of hellfire. Pray Allah, we only have a place in paradise to reside. Yes, it is a me, but it goes beyond that. What are we doing? What is our preparation? Human being like him, the day he died, about 200 other souls went away in this Nigeria by few clique of people, just thinking that they are worshiping Allah, whereas they are doing the service to themselves as if they will not die also. For what reason will a man have the audacity to go after another soul, a soul that you don't even know, has not offended you, there is no quarrel between you, and you just take the life like that? Is that not the same type we are doing? Character assassination, backbiting, slandering, cheating, stealing, all those activities are amongst us here. And we say, Amen for our abode in paradise. Exam is coming. We still see whether we are preparing. Because the Sheikh did not know that he's living that way. He was not aware of it. He got home, no sufficient food, according to one story. I said, we see many things to do this night. He went out to buy some food. He never got back home before he get catch up with him. Whatever we are doing, that will come back to time unexpectedly to man, but blessed by Allah. They said angel of death came to Prophet Musa Salam, which was then in an hadith, and when he got to Prophet Musa, we know Prophet Musa how audacious he was. Who are you? Said, I'm angel of death. I've come to take your life. My life, he gave him a very dirty slap. Sharp. And the angel ran back to Allah. He got to Allah and said, your servant that you said that you take his life, this is what he did to me. Then Allah commanded the angel, go back to my servant and tell him he should put his hand on an ox, a donkey. Let him put his hand there. And by the time he removes his hand, all the number of strands of the ears on the donkey will be, each one will be equivalent to one a year, multiplied by the number of four that his hand can touch. That is an additional number of years I'm giving him. And the angel went back to Prophet Musa. He got to Prophet Musa, and Prophet Musa said, what are you looking at? He said, your Lord said, I should tell you, he has a good tidings for you. What is that? He said, you should do this, and that will be added to the number of years you are spending. He said, after that number of years, what will happen? He said, I will come back to come and take your life. If you are coming back to take my life, better take the life now. Take the life now. That is why that poet said, if you have spent if you have spent 1,000 years, some are referring by La Buddha, Yomi, one day you eventually enter into the grave. ومن يطيع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما. أما بعد، يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى: وما جعلنا لبشر من قبلك الخلد أفإن مت فهم الخالدون كل نفس ذائقة الموت ونبلوكم بالشر والخير فتنة وإليه ترجعون. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. In the second part of the khutbah, let us prepare our abode and let us know that Allah will give the glimpse of what is happening to individuals in the grave, even to mankind while we are on earth. We know that to some people, we are already expecting that, why has Allah not taken these people's life? Let them die and leave this world. They are terrorizing us too much. And Allah leaves them. And some people will die and people will be grieved. Everybody will have a good thing to say about that person. Maulana Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. This was also reported by Anas bin Malik. He said they were going in the company of the Prophet Sallam one day in the heart of Medina, and some of them were advancing. Then the Prophet, they got to a grave, and a corpse was taken across. They saw the corpse taken, and when they saw it, they said they were talking very good, nice thing about the person. This man died. This person is generous, very good, help people, all good things they were saying about it. And the person said, "It is so." Whatever. And they continued. Another one was also passing. He said, this bad man, he lived as if he will not die. He terrorized everybody. He humanized. He cheated. He is a corrupt. All this they said about bad things about him. And he said the same thing. That is also true. They now asked him, why did you say, you use the same word for the two of them? What is happening? He said, don't you know that you are the witnesses of Allah on earth? That what you have said about him, for the first person you said nice thing about him, paradise is abode. And for the second person, you said bad thing, you express his character, natural character. And also hellfire is also his own abode. Therefore, beloved servants of Allah, let us know that we are witnesses to one another, and whatever we say of our dead person shall be taken as high account of his person and what he represented on earth. The angel recorded that for him. Human's reactions when the news is heard about the dead person is an involuntary action or reaction and represent the true nature of the dead person. If he was good, nice things will be said, and if otherwise, that will be said about him. While alive, for every individual and nation, we have our down time and we have the up time. Our down time was the time when Professor Jima was brought on board to chairman the affairs of this Muslim community of ours, the University of Unilorin. He did his best. He took the Muslim community to a height that is envy and he served the community. That is what we can say minimally about him. Other people will see some other good side, and that was reflected when he was buried. Very simple way, and multitude that will be asking, what has he given to this? He has served humanity meritoriously, and people said good things about him. We pray and beseech Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept his return back to him. May Allah forgive his shortcomings, overlook his iniquities, and admit him into his rahmah. Allahumma ighfir rabbika al-Shaykh Jumaat warhamhu وعصم دخله وأكرم نزله وأغسله بالماء والثلج والبرد ونقه من الخطايا كما ينقى الثوب والأبيض من الدنس والحقه بالصالحين يا رب العالمين يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وسبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.